Look at this. Somebody invited the Ghostbusters. How you doing?
Did you call us?
Maybe a wrong number? This is really cool. The original Matchbox Robotech Veritech fighter still in its box. I have not seen one of the Grey Generation 2 Grimlocks since I was 11 years old. Looking around here, 9 grade. First appearance of Deadpool in New Mutants 98. I'm finally going to go down the rabbit hole, get some graded comics. Sold me Killing Joke, 9.8 grade Killing Joke.
Now it never ends.
Now it never ends. Are you light side or dark side today? Oh my, I think there's my answer. You got the Robo Skull up there, the Mark II Robo Skull out of the packaging. That is a nice piece. Right next to the Dick Tracy stuff. What?
I have one too.
So you had to rub it in that not only did you already have one at the time that I came to show off about it, but yours has a nice case with it. Blackface Grizzlor, the rare version. I think somebody's an Iron Man fan. I want this one because the sticker is more centered, but this one's got an instruction booklet. So I'm gonna ask him if he can put the instruction booklet in with this one and sell me this one. Does it work like that? Survey says.
Only for you, Ken.
Only for me. All right, it's a done deal. Here you've got the Ali versus Superman comic from '78.
The best there is, the best there was, and the best there will be.
All right then, don't get screwed and watch out for that Bill Goldberg guy. I suspect it's gonna be a busy weekend, so let's get inside and see how things go. Here's the setup the night before the show. I'll try to get a view of the back part of the forum as well so that we get a good idea of just how big this event is. So as we move to the back of the forum here during setup, you can see where the dividing wall is right over here, right? They've taken the divider down and the back end of the forum still has a lot of space over here that they're gonna fill up as the vendors continue to roll in and set up for the show for the weekend. So here's what my friends are calling the Transformers corner. And guilty or not guilty, have you gentlemen already pre-shopped and taken all the good stuff or no?
No.
No? You've left something for the rest of us. Okay. So here's the front of the PNE Forum before show hours have begun. Vendor parking lots filling up over here. Got some more parking around the other side. Well, multiple sides of the building, really. What do we got here? Vintage Tailspin. More Vintage Tailspin. And is that Black Star right over here, man?
There is.
Oh my. Oh, that's cool. Well, at the time I'm filming this, Toy Lords isn't quite open for business yet, but they will be soon. So let's have a look. I don't know if I'm going to be tempted to pre-shop or not, but he's got some Dune figures I've not seen before. Some Star Years. More Generation 1 Transformers. Oh, look at that. The Beast Blaster from Street Fighter 2. Got a Voltron, got some Star Wars.
If it wasn't obvious before, it's definitely going to be obvious by now. I need more self-control. I came to the Vancouver Comic and Toy Show here in the fall of 2025 to do a toy hunt, and it may have meandered into something a little bit more.
Show is almost open. Vendors are completing their setup at this point in time. Booth's all good to go again. Got some cheap graphic novels over there. Delta 17 set up as usual here for the show. Brought my handy tablecloth this time from Joe Fest and got the usual mix of vintage and modern like usual. Brought some of my old Hot Toys stuff that I wasn't interested in keeping around anymore. See if those make it through the weekend. And as usual, got a whole bunch over here. Try to get a wider shot of the booth here. Take a couple steps back. See what we got. For this show, I'm sharing part of the booth with my good friend, the legend, Jeff, who I've never actually shown on camera. Hey, Jeff, wave. Jeff's the dude that I buy a lot of my rare Transformers from that you've seen in other videos. So he's got a bunch of that here today. It's raining out here, but looks like the crowd still showed up, which is a good thing.
If you've seen my coverage of this event before, you'll know what 400 tables worth of stuff looks like. Now, if you're within a couple hours radius of this show, it's pretty much a no-brainer to come out, hang out, have a good time. And what's really good about this is that people from like 4 to 6 and even 10 to 12 hours away will either make the drive or even take a flight to come down to attend this. Now, people have asked me in the past how big this show really is, other than the description of 400 tables and somewhere between 40 and 45,000 square feet. I can't make a direct comparison to something like the Kane County Toy Fair that's out in Chicago there that happens, that everyone's always a big fan of, but I will be able to say that this is larger than almost any local show that I've heard of, so I'd start to classify this as more of a regional show. Like if you're within a several hour radius, you're going to be at least tempted to come out. So it's not just the variety that you see, but when you compare it to some of the rare stuff you find at other shows, you definitely stand a chance to find it here as well.
Is that a Shogun Warriors Godzilla?
Sure is.
It sure is. Dang. How good a friend do I have to be to get this as a Christmas gift?
Well, you'd have to be related.
I'd have to be related. Okay, so there goes that idea. Let me look at something else for now. Now this is a Defensor knockoff. I love it. Wow. This is a neat piece. Killing Joke, 9.8 grade. I kind of regret selling my previous one that wasn't quite this high grade. Here you've got the Ali versus Superman comic from 78. Got the loose figures here on this side that I'll be digging through the pegs later on. Some more Masters of the Universe as usual here. Look at this stuff over here. Huh. Tons of stuff. I like that box for the Visionaries Capture Chariot, and he's got another Castle of Lions. Got some Star Wars droids and Ewok stuff here as well. Pretty neat. So I'm at the booth of one of my favorite wrestling / vintage toy and memorabilia vendors here. John, what's the most valuable thing you got at the booth today?
Well, that's a hard question. I got a binder worth about $2,000 of autographs in there alone, but individual item, that's a really tough call. I don't know.
All right, well, how about I start digging, and if I find something good, you got to give me a deal. How about that?
Always deals for you, buddy.
Always. Thanks for making me feel special, my friend.
You got it, my friend.
Now, these are really neat here. Some custom style battle android troopers mixed amongst some old school G.I. Joes. Kevin, you used to work at toy stores, didn't you, back in the day?
Yeah, consumers distributing.
Well, that still counts. I have not seen one of the Grey Generation 2 Grimlocks since I was 11 years old. I kid you not. They're always in one of the blue.
You're feeling like a dinosaur now.
I'm feeling like a dinosaur right now, exactly. I always see it in the blue when it's Generation 2 or the turquoise color, right?
Teal you don't see very often.
Wow, okay. So I can have it for $15.99? Are you laughing at me or with me?
Yeah, both.
Look at all this stuff here. Wave, Greg.
Hey, how's it going?
Black-faced Grizzlor, the rare version. Nothing like seeing some carded turtles here. Pretty neat. I'm at this awesome booth worth of comics. So, what's been your big sale so far?
Today, actually some bigger slabs. I sold a first appearance of Lobo sale, and then kind of one of the big ones too. But yeah,
Wow.
lots of people buying raws, but the slabs are kind of bigger ones. Yeah.
You know, the first appearance of Lobo, that's a good piece to have. So, but I'll tell you what I do love. Alex Ross's artwork. Can never get enough of this.
Oh yeah.
Well, here's the ages 3 and up booth. Wave, Danny. Look at all the stuff they got. Right by the door, too. This is really cool. The original Matchbox Robotech Veritech fighter still in its box.
I know I missed some really good cosplayers at this show because I was probably busy at my own booth, or maybe I was busy shopping and didn't have the camera on, but I did manage to catch a few of them.
Look at this. Somebody invited the Ghostbusters. How you doing?
Call us.
Maybe a wrong number? Sorry about that, bud. Look at this. The 501st Legion is here yet again. All right, Darth Revan. Are you light side or dark side today? Oh my, I think there's my answer. I asked for the Joker and apparently got the Joker because my buddy Jeff decided to dress up as the Joker. He's got his boy there, he's got his wife there. The whole family's here, right? So, Jeff, you've asked me to sign issue number 1 of the Delta 17 comic. You were supposed to say something and you totally missed your cue. So this will go in awkward.
Well, this is awesome, and I'm really awkward.
Okay, we'll end it on that note. I asked for pizza delivery and I get a bunch of Ghostbusters. What's going on here? All right. I can't help you there.
Now, I know I often go on about the stuff that I found at the show, but it's good to see what others got as well because not everybody has the same taste as I do.
Peter, as usual, picking the good stuff. Got some Starcom from somebody and Dino Riders. Did you say this was $10?
Yep.
So the mayor of Merritt, British Columbia, I just found out as of today he's a toy collector and he apparently watches the channel.
I do.
So thank you, Mike.
I had to come and get one of your Delta 7s just to say I had one. So
Awesome. Well, let's get the deal done.
sounds great. Let's go.
Take care, Mike.
You bet.
Tom, tell me about these Red Shadows figures you just got.
Traded my Soundwave for them, and just it's too tempting.
So you said traded your Soundwave, the one I was looking at last show. I thought you said traded your sandwich in. I'm like, well, that'd be a great deal, or it's a really good sandwich. But these are really good. These are really nice.
Oh yeah, so happy.
See some fantastic G1 Transformers here in nice shape and everything like that. Got a Transformers expert here, my buddy Rob. Are you tempted by any of this at all?
Tempted by all of it.
All of it.
Tempted by all of it. Jules has some very nice stuff all the time. So.
All right then. Well, let's get in with the vultures and see what lasts by the end of the show.
Yeah, the classified Pythona. I've been wanting this one. I know Ken hates the G.I. Joe movie, but I love it.
I like the movie. I don't like Cobra Law. Let's put it that way. But hey, this is something we can laugh about on the ride home.
Yep.
Who's laughing at who? I don't know, but we'll figure it out once we get in the car. I think somebody's an Iron Man fan. Only a small one, he says. Peter, once again, you beat me to it. I would have wanted Croc. This is Croc, right? From Dino Riders?
Yep.
It's one of the, oh, yeah. And I would have, well, no, you can have this one.
And I don't know what it is about me and my never-ending love of pro wrestling, but I tend to just show up there, mention something wrestling, and then my friends start doing impressions.
You boys ready for day 2?
No.
Not at all?
You know it.
He is.
Ready for day 2.
I
We're
need
gonna
to go
lay
back
the
to bed.
smack down on this show. Oh, hell yeah, brother.
I didn't realize you were a wrestling fan.
I'm not.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's pretty good. Every show I ask my friend Clive to do some wrestling impressions.
I'll tell you something, Chico. Last time someone tells Razor Ramon what to do, you ask him if you can find it. But you make sure you don't get on the bad guy's bad side. Really cool, man.
Because I am the cream of the crop. Nobody is better. Yeah, dig it.
He saw me carrying the Intercontinental title replica on the channel at some point in time. Many times I've done on the channel. And what does he do? Shows up with the freaking WWE old school style winged eagle belt. How about that? How about this guy? What's it say on the belt? World champion.
Exactly. It doesn't say American Heavyweight Championship. It says World Heavyweight Championship. So, every challenger that has faced me for this title belt, there have been a couple times where I've been robbed of the belt because of technicalities. But 5-time world champion. So, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, Boy Toy. Just remember one thing. You step in the ring against the World Wrestling Federation champion, you understand that you're facing the excellence of execution. The best there is, the best there was, and the best there will be.
All right then, don't get screwed and watch out for that Bill Goldberg guy.
I'm not going to Montreal.
All right, who wants some carded Star Wars figures? A lot of stuff happening over here. Wow. Looking around here, 9 grade. First appearance of Deadpool in New Mutants 98. And not to be outdone, this gentleman has a first issue of the Ninja Turtles in a high grade as well. So here's the club exclusive Big Lob. That's a pretty amazing piece. Got a version 1A Steel Brigade. And you got a Scare Glow with the rare glow-in-the-dark version of the Halberd. And you got a Thundercats Bengali here. A lot of stuff here.
So before I got sidetracked on what was supposed to be just a standard toy hunt for me, I did pick up a few nice things.
The Scare Glow figure that I bought a while ago, the seller actually came by and handed me a mini comic from it, even though I bought the figure a number of months ago, so I thought that was quite generous. And my friend Peter managed to find a Skeletron Robo Skull pilot here with the likeness of Bob Reekin from the old Palatoy team from back in the day. So this was actually a nice find because you don't normally find independent toy stuff from the States up here in Canada, so it's good to see this.
This figure of the Skeletron Blood Wolf is quite an important find for me, and the reason is because for those of you who did pay attention to the independent toy brand Skeletron, who brought back the Robo Skull in a Mark II design, in fact, I don't know why I'm talking about it when it's literally right here. So the Kickstarter that happened back in 2021, a couple years later, we got our Robo Skulls in the mail, and I opted for the variant version that has the yellow stripes along the front of the face there, whereas the more standard one had just a standard red color that was more akin to the original Palatoy Action Force Robo Skull from 1984. And the difference between the two is that the one that I got, the variant version, comes with an alternate pilot. It comes with the Weasel pilot. That's likeness is done after Marco Burren, actually a friend of mine, who's the vice president of the Skeletron company. His likeness was used on the Robo Skull that I got, but then the sort of like regular standard release of the Robo Skull came with the head likeness of original Palatoy designer Bob Reekin, who designed the Robo Skull that was released back in 1984. And it's great to have the figures now for both versions of the pilot, as I did meet Bob Reekin back at Joe Fest in 2024, and he's just a wonderful human being.
So this is the table where the Bob Reekin Red Shadows Skeletron figure came from. So we got some new stuff as well as the old school Palatoy right over here, all mixed amongst some really nice vintage stuff. I like that Cops and Crooks box right over there. Got Mask, got Transformers back there, Masters of the Universe and Cop stuff. Trevor, how you doing, man?
Good.
Usually I ask people if they're camera shy, but I already know you're not. You got the Robo Skull up there, the Mark II Robo Skull out of the packaging. That is a nice piece. Right next to the Dick Tracy stuff. Got an Ostriker. I'm gonna take one of these blue streaks. I'm gonna do something really cheeky here. I want this one because the sticker is more centered. But this one's got an instruction booklet. So I'm gonna ask him if he can put the instruction booklet in with this one and sell me this one. Does it work like that? Survey says.
Only for you, Ken.
Only for me. All right, it's a done deal. So people wonder why I don't already have a Generation 1 Blue Streak, and as I was telling Clive here, not that we haven't already talked every single toy show.
Seems having every freaking damn time.
Yeah, so I got a reissue of him back in the day, and then I got the Diaclone version of him, and I realized I don't actually have a vintage Generation 1 version, so scouring through my collection, I'm like, well, let's change that today. What do you think, bud?
Well, like you mentioned to me, I mean, I tend to collect various versions of Prime, Megatron, Soundwave. I have like a G1 Hall of Fame. Why the hell not?
Interestingly, while digging through my own pile of Transformers tech specs, I found a Blue Streak tech spec, so I guess this was totally meant to be. Now, interestingly, this is supposed to be a bilingual version, but the French side has been cut off, so all I have is the English side. But hey, I guess I got the whole set now. Found a nice complete Masters of the Universe vintage Sorceress. I really mostly just needed her staff. I got the figure at home, but I'll do a comparison and see which one I want to keep. And this really cool Fun School Zartan here. Wow. A lot of nice stuff at this table, man. I came to show off to my buddy Matt. I'm like, I know you love G.I. Joe, and I came to rub it in. I got a carded Fun School Zartan International. So
Pretty awesome.
pretty awesome. I came to rub it in. I'm like,
look at the quality here.
look at the quality here. Look at the quality here.
So nice.
Yeah. So what?
I have one too.
So you had to rub it in that not only did you already have one at the time that I came to show off about it, but yours has a nice case with it.
And the card back is nice and straight.
And mine's not. Mine's all bent and wavy and everything like that. But you know what?
A little bent and wavy. It's okay.
This is a PG channel, man.
Oh.
All right. So my little show-off moment did not pan out. So, all right.
We still love you, Ken. It's okay.
I lost this battle, didn't I?
Yeah.
Badly. All right. Just picked up this box Generation 1 Transformers Blitzwing. Really nice shape. The weapons, the missiles are still on the sprues. It's got the instruction manual. Look at this unapplied decal sheet. So it's been one of those good weekend type of shows. One of the last things I got at the show was the fist for my Diaclone powered convoy, which is the predecessor to Ultra Magnus. In of itself, it's not a very impressive piece, but if you know how hard these are to come by to at least help complete the figure, I don't have a complete figure, but getting closer with this. For those Transformers fans out there who are pretty diehard into the Diaclone era, you'll know how significant this Diaclone powered convoy / pre-Ultra Magnus fist is. Something's wrong. I told my friends that Jiggly Pig Comics did not make an appearance at the show.
I'm here.
So all Saturday I was like, oh, they're not here. And then I asked Chad, I'm like, were you only here for the Sunday? And he's like, I've been here the whole weekend.
Whole weekend.
Where have you been, Ken?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I didn't know you were here either, Ken, so I guess we were both wrong.
My booth is 30 feet that way. You know, maybe I was a little taller, I'd be able to see him.
That could be the problem.
Maybe.
Yeah, I couldn't see you over the rows.
Yeah, we'll work on this a little bit, yeah.
He's a little bigger now.
There we go, right. You couldn't see me over the rows of cash, or what?
That could have been it, actually.
That could have been
so.
it.
Yeah,
all right.
Big piles.
So here you got the pre-Transformers Megatron. This is the gig version of it. You got the Diaclone Grimlock here, you can see with a blue waist, right? Pretty cool. You got box Optimus, just the box and the foam. I'd like to buy the belt. So how much for the belt?
What are you, Tiki Biasi?
It's
It's not for sale.
We're gonna cut this scene. All right. See ya.
And now for the part of my video that I didn't know if I was looking forward to talking about or not, but yeah, okay, so I made a bit of a change to my collecting habits. Is it a change? Is it just a straight up addition? Is it something that's gonna make me a lot poorer? I'll let you decide for yourself.
Weren't you in a Bret Hart cosplay last time I saw you?
I was, and Undertaker, but purple Undertaker. The
Wow.
best Undertaker.
Subjectively, the best Undertaker.
Yes.
But
Great
look,
Undertaker's also up there.
But you know what? Had some really nice graded comics here, so I'm finally going to go down the rabbit hole, get some graded comics. Sold me Killing Joke, 9.8 grade Killing Joke.
Now it never ends.
Now it never ends,
No.
and gave me a good price on first issue of Superman Red Sun, and
Probably the coolest one right here, though.
probably the coolest one right here,
I think.
G.I. Joe Marvel issue number 100.
The Return of the Cobra Commander hood.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Well, thanks for a good deal, man.
No problem.
Have a good one.
Cheers.
It's gonna be yet another rabbit hole that I gotta manage, but I've always appreciated the more historic, the more landmark comics that I grew up with. So something like the Killing Joke That's not just an iconic Batman story, but it was written by Alan Moore. It's one of the more influential Batman stories of the past. Now, for my personal favorite Batman stories, I've always leaned more towards Batman The Long Halloween, Hush, the New 52 stuff that Scott Snyder wrote. The Killing Joke isn't necessarily one of my favorite stories, but what it means in terms of what it did for the Joker's backstory and just how it's been used to influence Batman works that came afterwards, I don't know, I just had to have it. And I could say similar things about Superman Red Son, because back in the 2000s, somebody recommended to me to read Superman Red Son in graphic novel form, and I just found it to be a fascinating story to see Superman in a what-if, Elseworlds tale, if he'd landed in the Soviet Union and was raised there instead. It's a really wonderful story written by Mark Miller, and Miller has written a lot of fantastic stuff. For example, the Civil War comic, the Ultimates comic. I've always just liked his stuff. And G.I. Joe number 100, really it's just Larry Hama's run from back in the day, absolutely epic. The 100th issue was a milestone issue. It was from shortly after Cobra Commander came back into the mix and made life difficult for G.I. Joe again. I recently just read the entire 155 issue run when Skybound went and re-released Marvel's original run, so I suppose it was as good a time as any to pick this one up.
So comics meeting action figures, Jesse and I needed to complete one more transaction before the day was over.
Yeah.
Super 7 Cobra Commander in trade for Red Sun, Superman, number 2 in
Comics
9.
meet action figures.
Always.
Yeah.
9.8 grade. I'm happy with this one, I think.
Pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Anyway, I could go on and on about this show. You've seen me cover it in the past if you followed the channel. I always appreciate the fact that the Canadian comics business that runs the show is still a family-run show, which is a hard thing to believe. You see a show this size, you automatically think it must be a corporate-level show, but nope, it's got the heart and soul of fans of the community and just wonderful people all around.
So setting up for a show this size, easy peasy, right? Total piece of cake. You can do it in your sleep, right?
Yeah, of course.
100%. You almost said that with a straight face. All 400 tables, stretching all the way out to the back over there. So yeah, that's what we got going on this weekend.
Again, you can circle the floors over and over, just like I've done multiple times a year over the years, and I still keep finding more and more stuff. This is one of those shows that I sort of circle the date on the calendar and I just count the days until it happens, and then every time, it never fails, I probably splurge a little too much.
Ultimate Warrior. We got the desirable one with the purple tights. This is really neat. The pre-Transformers Omega Supreme, the England version of the Mechabot 1 that was turned into Omega Supreme eventually for the Generation 1 Transformers toy line. You'll see here that it's got the 1984 copyright from before it was released in Generation 1 for 1985, so it's cool. Omegatron became Omega Supreme. See this Transformers Armada tidal wave, and artist Marcelo Mature says it's from his personal collection.
Yeah, personal collection. I try to reduce my... I don't have many space, so I need more toys. So
I see.
Unfortunately, this one is missing one part, but like it's missing one of these side parts.
I see.
Like other than that, it's perfect.
Wow.
It might even be a test shot from Hasbro. I got this one from Hasbro.
That's what I was gonna say. It might be a prototype, pre-production sample. Yeah. All right. Thank you.
In any case, though, I'll give the budget a little bit of time to recover and enjoy some of the new stuff that I got as well. That said, we've got another show coming up in the spring, so we'll see you all then. Looking at my entire haul here from the show, is that more of a toy show type of haul or more of a comics type of haul that I picked up, or is it equal parts? I'll let y'all discuss that in the comment section below. So we'll see if me opening the new rabbit hole of graded comics is going to be something that I regret in the future. And if you enjoy hunting for toys and comics as much as I do, you're going to want to have a look at another hunt that I did right over here, or to have a look at some toy histories, have a look at this playlist right over here. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Take care.